What's good? Emergency AEW review. Yes, y'all already know what I'm about to talk about. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about the big old elephant in the doggone room. But the elephant is a skinny guy by the name of Darby Allin. Yes, Darby Allin is our freaking AEW World Heavyweight Champion. You heard that correct. For the people who don't watch AEW, yes, Darby Allin is our AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And you got to ask yourself, why the clown did Tony Khan decide to go that route? It's multiple reasons why. Listen, now it's a serious deflection going on right now. Some people said that MJF is about to start shooting some serious movies with Hollywood. So Hollywood is like, it was already set in stone when he was going to be leaving, and this was the perfect opportunity. Plus, like I said, obviously it was in Darby's hometown. So so here's the deal. MJF was off social media for 3 days straight. He hasn't looked at nothing. So he was basically, not quote unquote understanding or not knowing that he was defending his title yesterday. So he played it to the whole situation. I told you I was going to be in the middle of this situation because the IWC is split. Half the people enjoyed it. The other half has said that this was a terrible decision for Tony Khan to come. I'm in the middle. Like I say, I preferred MJF to win, but when I seen that promo from the beginning and the fact that you had Darby Allin, the fact you called Sting back, and I said, yeah, he was winning. He was winning. It was, I was like, listen, it is what it is. More than likely, it's going to happen for a month. Everybody's assuming that MJF is going to get it back at Double or Nothing. But I'm like this. I'm just going to watch and see what Tony Khan has in store. I'm going to give him 4 weeks because I think Double or Nothing is in about 4 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. About 4 or 5 weeks, I think. I'm going to see how this is going to play out because this either is going to help benefit AEW in the long run, or this is basically damage control or whatever. But I'm like, it is what it is. Like I said, everybody got their takes on it. Like I said, congrats to that man Darby Allin. Long time coming. Like I said, yes, he's AEW original, whatever. But I'm like, MJF was on a generational run right now. You know what I'm saying? But I get the whole point. The so-called devil put his guard down, but if you think about it, that's how Satan is in real life. Satan really he's an old devil. He ain't got no new tricks, ladies and gentlemen. For my believers out there, Satan does not have any new tricks, and he gets duped all the time. Yeah, he might be doing some things, and he might be dominating in certain areas or whatever, but at the end of the day, that fool is a loser. That fool will be in the lake. He knows his days are cooked. That's why he's trying all kind of dumb stuff, because he know this is it. So he's trying to rally up all kind of demonic stuff right now, all kind of stuff. And so I play that into the situation that happened with MJF. He's the so-called devil, but the so-called devil got duped by this dude right now named Darby Allin, playing games and stuff, not quote-unquote being aware because he was off social media and all this nonsense, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, at the end of the day, this is either going to help AEW or this is going to break it. We'll see. I'm going to give Tony Khan 5 weeks. 5 weeks to get me to give a dang about whoever Darby is about. I think he's about to deal with my man, Tommaso Ciampa. We'll see. And forgive me, how the clown did I forget to talk about my boy Kevin Knight. Tony Khan is prepping that young man. Listen, that was the last dude I was thinking I was going to see win the TNT Championship. I forgot to talk about this in my review. The second brother. Yes. Foundational Black American. Yes. We've been crying about that. Tony Khan, quote unquote, has his number one Negro. We all know who that is, who for some reason ain't been there. He been on hiatus. We haven't seen him. He didn't pull up on Dynamite. So I guess he's taking a little break. I guess he'll be back when he come back. But yeah, Kevin Knight is being prepped, ladies and gentlemen. He's being prepped. I listen, kudos to TK, because that was the last person I was thinking was going to win the TNT title from the Casino Gauntlet match. He was the last guy. So him and Claudio, they had a very solid matchup. Very good matchup on Dynamite. Very good. like I said, the sky's the limit for my man. It's like, I'm watching. Like I said, I want to be more invested in this young man. Because like I said, everybody be always crying about all egg white wrestling is what they used to. I remember that's what they were saying in the first 3 years. Ain't no black folk on here. Tony Khan don't push no black people. He don't do that. And now listen, guess what? I was one of the main ones too. I was going in on it. I said, all right, TK, where you at, man? Where you at? I see us, but we ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, he got the title. Let's get it. Let's give us a reason to give a dang about this run. That's all I'm asking. Just give us allow us to be invested in whatever stories you're trying to tell. Because Speedball Mike Bailey, I think he a little jealous. That's just me. I think he's just a little jealous. Like, if you ask me, I'm gonna be 100% with that. But we'll see. We'll see how things work on that. Alex Windsor out of nowhere is the #1 contender. To me, makes the most sense. She is tag team partners with the one who got defeated at AEW, Miss Jamie Hayter. Makes the most sense. So tonight on Collision, obviously, you know Thekla gonna beat the snot out of her. We already know that. FTR on the generational run. They cut one of the best promos they could possibly cut. No interruptions for nobody. Now I guess we're gonna hear from Adam Copeland tonight on Collision. Cool. I'm cool with that. But the one thing I am disappointed, Tony Khan know dang well Willow should have dropped that TBS title. We should have had 2 title drops. I know, I don't care. We should have had 2 title drops. We should have had Camille winning the TBS title. Willow don't need that right now. Willow is well established. You bring Camille back and she loses again. No. Do it there. I'm serious. I would have done it. I legit would have had 2 title changes. If you was going to have Darby win, great. But also I was going to have Miss Camille win that TBS title because Willow don't need it. Willow is good, man. It's time to reestablish Miss Camille. You bring her back just so this wounded animal named Miss Willow could retain? No, man, I didn't like that. Was the match good? Yeah, it was a good match. But I didn't like that outcome. I'm not a fan of that. I would prefer Camille to win. Yeah, you heard me. I'm a big old Willow guy. I love Willow. But Willow's time with that TBS title has come to a close. It's time for my girl to get, it's time. You bring her back. It's time. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. That's why I say this stuff it's a joke. It is sometimes some of the things Tony Khan do is great, but then there's other things he do just don't make no dang sense, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make no sense. But like I said, this situation with Darby, and Ospreay and Omega. That is a serious situation. That's a very serious situation, ladies and gentlemen. Very serious situation. The fact that the 2 of them had confronted each other about potentially maybe not being able to go up for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and the fact that the 2 of them, y'all know the rivalry that they had, and the fact of how far we've come. I don't know if Tony Khan is foreshadowing that these 2 will be facing each other in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. I don't know. But I love that spot. That spot was great. I love that. I said Tony is telling some serious stories. Like I said, if TK want to do some good stuff, he can. And then it's other things he do that you just be like, I don't know. What they say in sports, questionable call. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, this Darby Allin situation got the whole IWC split. My #1 ace, my boy Ariel, he hated it. He told me Tony Khan is an idiot. And he said Tony Khan, he said he'll be back in a month. He said, he told me, my guy said, he said he'll be back in a month. He said he's done. He's done. He said, I'm done. I'll be back once Darby drops that title. I seen there's another young man on Twitter. He said, now it's funny, he said he's actually going to Double or Nothing, but he said he probably gonna leave when it's the main event because he said he's not interested in the Darby Allin title run. I say, hey, teach his own, you know what I'm saying? Now, that boy Just Alex said Tony Khan did the right thing because he compared this to when Mick Foley had won the title back on the episode of Monday Night Raw, and Tony Schiavone had quote-unquote spilled the beans on WCW, and people still ran over there to go see it. And all the locker room came out. Everybody came out to celebrate. Darby's whole family was front row. Like I said, old man Sting came out of nowhere. I was like, yes. Was it a great feel-good moment? Yeah. Like I said, but I probably would have done it, further down the line. But again, listen, it's on TK. He got to have a serious storyline and serious matches or whatever to keep us invested in Darby Allin's title run. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you got to listen. Doing this to quote unquote go after WrestleMania, I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, if I'm trying to tell you, if it was me, I would have sent everybody sad. I would have sent everybody home crying. But the fact that you had people crying because it's a quote unquote feel good moment, at the end of the day, it's up to everybody's debate on which way you go. Like I said, it's down the middle. I knew this was gonna be down the middle. I told you I'm indifferent. I'm like, I didn't hate it, but like I said, I would have preferred MJF to win. You know what I'm saying? But kudos to Darby for getting the job done. It is what it is. We're gonna see, moving forward. What else we had? My man Dustin Xavier, used to be over in WWE land and TNA. He went against who he go against? He went against Tommaso Ciampa. And like I said, Tommaso Ciampa cut a promo. He said, I'm nuts and nine. So I'm assuming, I guess, Darby and Tommaso. I'm guessing that's what's next, I guess. But we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the comment section up. You already know that your main man, KCFL King Self for Life Wrestler takes. You already know what to do. New to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll holler at y'all cats later. Holler at you.